Oh, Dries, by the way, have you taken a look at the new picture Davey drew for you with the three triangles?
Yes, what's up with the 3 triangles?
That's a paradox.
Ooh, it's a paradox.
Yeah, that's a paradox. Because that shape cannot exist in real space.
Ah, right.
The 3 triangles entwined. Look it up if you don't know what it is. So, technically, you could just point over to the symbol on your chest.
Yes, and that is what he does. He takes his right hand out of his pocket and taps the symbol.
So, Scrapper probably thinks paradox means 3 triangles intertwined.
Yeah. and he actually just leans back, takes a long sip of his beer and says, right.
Indeed.
So, what business are you in?
I'm looking for some quick money.
Uh-huh. Well, have you considered mugging?
Quick and big money.
Right. Mugging is not an option.
I don't want to harass the innocents.
Oh? Well, that's something you
You
don't
notice
hear
like
every day.
some people looking your way, Dries, giving you this odd look.
Yeah, even the man with the mask goes like,
Alright.
look at this here, hero.
That guy's crazy! You hear again a strange voice in the back going,
If you want further explanation, you just have to ask. Otherwise, I will not.
Yeah, I'm getting the distinct impression you're quite a suave operator, ain't you?
I do what I do.
Right. And what is it that you do, Mr. Paradox?
I manipulate time.
Whoa. That's a great power to have.
I knew you were gonna say that.
But why are you here and not like playing the stock markets?
Yeah, isn't that what you should do with your time powers?
For that, I first need some money, and I can't see the exact future. I can see the probability chance of a future.
Huh.
also, Dries, your
Alright.
powers don't have an infinite scope.
Indeed.
Alright, well. Well, let's see what, Well, let's see what we can, that's interesting. Huh. But, we're here waiting for
Thank you.
for a guy that has a little bit too much money and he wants something. So we're going to help him get the thing and get some of his money. That's the plan, right, Stan? And then look at Stan, the plainclothes supervillain.
He frowns. Frowns a little bit. I ain't Stan, but that's what we're doing. That's what the plan was, yeah.
Of course, yeah. I'm wondering, what do you know of this Mindblade fella?
Dun dun dun!
Did someone say my name?
That would be funny.
Ramsey,
Yes?
can I do that?
Yes, yes. Let's say, does anybody know anything about this Mindblade fella? It's sort of like the door like flies open and you see like this ominous shadow standing there.
No, there would be no ominous shadow. Come on. You
What
see,
would that be?
What happens is the second he says that, for some reason the door opens, and you see a man who's talking to the new bouncer, and like they're really chummy, really good friends. It seems like because they know each other, and he just hands him 50 just because he can, and he says, "Keep it, man. You're good for it." And he's like, "Thanks, Mindblade. I appreciate it, man." You know, that kind of thing. And what you see is you see a man in a black and blue business suit with a blue striped tie with black stripes in it and a pair of sunglasses that like the lens itself goes down halfway down his cheeks. He doesn't wear his mask in here, but he doesn't want everybody to know who he is.
I
He
see.
just wants them to know he's a rich guy.
I see. Okay.
Diddle 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 diddle
Dang,
dum.
I wanted to use a
it
joke.
tempts-
Oh well. Never-
Use a joke. Go for it.
No, it's too late because you didn't want to use the ominous shadow.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say like you see this ominous shadow and you hear like a thunderclap nearby, and then one of the patrons go, "Oh, Weather Mistress is here too."
That would have been funny.
Anyway,
Yeah,
you
that
see
doesn't
Mind
doesn't happen.
You see
No.
Mind Blading standing there. He suddenly starts
Never
up a boombox, and the song goes, "If I was a rich man." La di
La 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 la.
So anyway, the rich guy enters the room,
and-
and everybody
Scrapper
looks,
goes, huh, is the jukebox on the fritz again?
and everybody looks his way because you look like you have money to spend.
Oh yeah.
And he gets
And-
mad.
I look over to the waitress and I say, "Hey, doll, how you doing, baby?"
She just gives him a forced smile and says, I'm doing fine, Mind Blade. What it'll be today?"
I don't know. What do you recommend for me? Sweet thing.
Some manners.
I like.
She does. I would recommend for you to watch your tone because when my boss shows up, you know she doesn't appreciate that kind of tone.
Aw, but I thought, since you and me know each other so well.
Scrapper splurts out a bit of beer.
You can see.
And you just see him with this big old shit-eating grin on his face.
And she makes you a gin and tonic because you made her decide what to give you, so she makes you a gin and tonic.
That works. I take it and I sip it, and this is the best gin and tonic ever. I love you. You're awesome.
Yes, keep on saying those things, and you'll definitely wind up with your spine broken in several places. But anyway,
I know, right?
But anyway, there's
And
some gentlemen over there who want to see you. And she points.
Yes, my meeting. And he tips her 20 after paying for the drink, and then tips her 20.
Thank you, and she again forces a smile, but as soon as he turns his back, you see her like her smile immediately going upside down.
Prick.
Yeah, something like that. Her face says that, indeed.
And after he turns away from her, you don't even recognize him for some reason. He looks completely serious. Even though it's the same suit and tie, same sunglasses, everything about his face changes the second he turns away from her and walks over to the group.
Ethereal, man. Yes.
All right. Right. And the hard rocker grumbles something. I knew I should have brought it. I knew I should have brought a tie.
At least I'm
And,
wearing a coat.
Mindblade looks over, and he's seen Scrapper in here once, and he's met Scrapper in here. I
Richard,
think.
if you're a regular, you probably at least have seen Scrapper several times because he's been here for a pretty long time.
Yeah. No, I mean not seen him, but met him once.
Okay.
I think.
Bang the jukebox and then fixing it.
Scrapper's the only one of the group that he would have met at this
Yes.
point. And he looks over to Scrapper and he says, "Back room." And he just walks by.
Richard, you know that there's some stealth expert you're also gonna meet who doesn't want to give you his name for some reason, but you have no idea what he looks like. So he's probably one of those two other guys. One of these guys you don't know who he is. So somebody doesn't belong here.
Exactly. That's why I looked at Scrapper and I said, "Back room."
Sure thing.
And then I walk by without even waiting for a response.
Right, I'll say to them, right, fellas, as you can.
What? Okay.
Right, fellas, it's time to start. It's time to get the show on the road. I'll see you again soon, I think.
Okay.
And I'll just walk off as well.
Dawa, as you
Yes.
walk towards the back room, Tamara smiles at you and says, "Are you gonna start your meeting? Want me to bring over some drinks in a little bit, Scrappy?"
Thinks for a moment, says, just a refill. And I'll,
Oh, sure, I can refill it right now if you want.
thanks, Tamara. That's
No
swell.
problem. Yeah. And she puts on her tap and like refills your giant mug and like hands it back to you. Here you go, honey.
Thanks, Tam. And then I'll just walk after Mindblade, grinning.
No, you're heading into the back room first. Mindblade's still standing there at the table.
No, I said I
No,
walk
no.
by.
Okay.
Okay.
Mindblade would be first.
Okay.
I walk by and I go into the back room first.
Okay,
I'm not
sorry,
gonna
misunderstood. Carry on.
Yes. And I'll head into the back room as well, where nothing naughty will happen.
Yes, in the back room is just a simple, plain, undecorated room with a long table and chairs there. That's it. Just a simple meeting room.
Right. I'll pick a chair. I'll pick a chair where I can see both the boss and the doorway.
Okay.
It's instinct.
Good idea. Carry on.
I'm looking. I say, so where's the stealth master?
I don't know. Did you catch your name?
No, I was just told he's a master of stealth.
Well, I can tell you, I ain't him. So.
Well, I know that, Scrapper. Stop it.
So I figure it's either it could be Tommy, but I thought he was busy on another heist, or it's one of those new guys.
Let's wait for Tamara to come in. I'm gonna
Scrap-
ask her about those two.
Scrapper knows already that Paradox is a time controller, so he's probably not the stealth expert. It might be the man with no name. Who knows?
Yeah, but I'm willing to put a tenner on Mr. No Name being your stealth expert.
So,
Okay.
are you gonna keep waiting?
I'm gonna wait for. I'm actually. Is there like a button or a way to call Tamara into here?
I suppose there would be a phone there, and if you just pick it up and don't dial any number, it'll immediately connect to the bar. That makes sense.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna say, and I'm waiting for her to pick up.
And she immediately picks up and she says, "Yeah, what can I do for you boys?"
And he says it in a serious tone. He's not, doing his fake flirtation with her. He says, I'm missing one person, and I think we need another for this job.
Okay.
The stealth expert you told me about, I don't see him. And
I
I
see
need
him
someone
right
else
over
who's got a pretty good power.
That's
that
because
needs
he's so stealthy.
Do not make the obvious joke.
Okay, no problem, Mindblade. I'll take care of it. And she immediately hangs up.
Yep. And I hang up.
And Tamara is she's waving at the guys remaining at the table. Paradox and man with no name.
How does she know my name?
I think you said your name.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, never mind. And she says, you can also head into the back room. I think Mindblade wants to talk to you. Yeah, any of you boys need a refill? And she smiles.
Yes, a tonic, please.
Wow, tonic! How daring! Feeling adventurous, Mr. Paradox? And she like takes your glass and smiles at you.
Always.
Yes, and she like turns around and like to the local fridge.
Local yokel.
No. Like opens a bottle of tonic and like pours it in the glass and like no, actually pours it into a new glass. Very important.
Mm-hmm.
And adds a little bit of ice and then hands it to you. And she looks to the mysterious man with no name and she says, "What about you? You need a refill or something?"
Yeah, I could do with the refill, and then he plonks the glass down.
Okay, she fixes you another rum and coke, right?
Yes.
Rum and coke.
Oh, before I forget, here, fellas. And she gives you a bowl of peanuts.
How hygienical.
No, those peanuts just came out of the packet, and that bowl has freshly been washed. Nothing but the best here at the Karma Club. And she like makes this small curtsy. Anyway, if you want, you boys can take it with you into the meeting room, but don't make a mess of things, okay? And she like wags her finger at you.
Hee-haw.
All right, lots of luck, partner. And she goes back to her washing up.
I like her.
Yeah, she has
The
a sense of
puns
humor.
are just killing me.
She needs to deal with supervillains all the time.
I know, right?
I like it. A+.
Well, actually, there are regular criminals in this bar as well, but they, of course, don't attract as much attention.
We're just in the background in the shades. Help us.
Anyway, do you take the bowl of nuts or are you gonna leave it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I take it with me.
By the way,
Shake the nuts.
it's large enough for you four guys. It's not like this tiny bowl that you would get like with your drink. It's like large enough
No.
bowl.
From the mini fridge.
So yeah, anyway, so you guys head on into the room, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Alright. Once they get in, I'm going to look them up and down, and I'm going to look over, and I'm going to say, which one of you is the stealth one?
The masked man lifts his hand up, and in a very kind of controlled tone goes, "I can sneak about it. I can go pretty quietly if I want to."
Good. We're going to need it. As you know, I'm Mindblade. And he looks over at Paradox. He doesn't know that his name is Paradox, and he says, and what do you do?
I manipulate time.
Very useful. How far is your scope?
I have no idea.
Dries,
I'm actually going to try mind
I
reading.
think you
far can I
know.
see?
I think you know.
Yes, but how far can I don't know. Paradox knows. I don't. But how far can I see into the future? Sense 9.
Oh, into the future. I thought he meant the scope of your powers,
Oh.
like in feet or something.
Oh, how far it can reach.
With your powers, you can like do your immediate area. Let's just say, like off the top of my head, you think you can. It actually, Dries, why don't you give him a nuanced answer? Depends on what you exactly want him to do.
That is, yeah,
Yeah.
good point.
What?
What do you mean
Please.
by scope?
You can't give him a specific answer because you can do multiple things with your powers.
Be more specific, Mr. Mindblade. In what area are you preferring?
Can you manipulate, like, how far into the future, into the past? What can you manipulate? Can you, like, things like that?
I can foresee the future, I can look into the past, I can create time bubbles to speed and slow time, and I can move through objects to a certain period that they weren't there.
Can you move others through?
Not for the moment.
Hmm.
I think that's
You have-
personal.
You have your time bubble though, Dries. Don't forget that.
Yes. But with my time bubble, I can infuse others with them.
Basically, you can slow down people for those around you, like around you in like but not farther than 15 feet, I would say.
Very
30 feet radius sphere.
Yeah, you have a 30 foot burst,
Ah,
so
yes.
that means like 15 feet. No,
Yes.
no, it's 30 feet. Yeah, it's 16 total. So yes, no further than 30 feet away from you. So you can say that.
Indeed. I can create a time bubble up to 30 feet in radius.
That is very useful. I like that. You're in.
Of course.
Have a seat, gentlemen.
And Paradox puts down the ball of nuts.
Oh, good nuts! I'll
But he
grab a
keeps
hat.
standing there with his perfect posture.
You
I'll go
see
I grab a
Mind
hand of nuts.
You see Mindblade look at the bowl of nuts, and he just kind of blanches at it a little bit.
Compliments of Tamara.
She's
That sweet
kind.
thing. Yes.
So, Mindblade, are you allergic to nuts?
No, just not fond.
Huh. Alright.
Already
more for me
somebody's taking notes. What?
Just not fond
his
of nuts.
weaknesses.
then. Nuts.
For some reason, they just, I don't know, they don't sit well with me. Now then, back to the task at hand, gentlemen. I have a job. It's for an associate of mine. I've worked with him a few times, and he's always come through. He needs something done. He told me that I could get a team together and do the job. I came to you guys because I've seen your resumes and know a little bit about you guys, for the most part.
Uh-huh.
And it seems like this would be, Scrapper and the Stealth Man would be useful additions, and now that I hear about your powers, Mr. Paradox, seems like I could use you as well, so this might just go off without a hitch.
Uh-huh.
As long as you guys are in it to make a little bit of money.
And what exactly is the job, sir?
Define a little bit of money.
Okay, how much money would it be that
A
they'd
lot of
be
money.
making, Ramsey?
Don't ask me
Like-
to give you figures. You know I can't do that.
Do it like Monkey Island. A lot of money,
Like,
a whole lot of money.
Resource 2?
Come again?
Resource 2?
What is Resource 2? This isn't a game of Exalted.
Or not
Or
resource.
call it wealth. The wealth.
You know,
Wealth
it's
too. There we
it's a lot of money, but it's not exactly enough to like turn you into an instant millionaire or something. Maybe if you took all the money, you would be awfully rich, but you have to split like between 4 people. So
Alright, so
Okay.
it's a hefty lump of money.
I'd say at least a couple of grand person.
Okay. And
Still a
I'll
lot,
tell
right?
them it's gonna be $5,000 a person.
Something like that. That's...
Mm,
It's a lot, but not kind of some that would you say well, like whoa, then I can retire. No, it's just a lot of money, not an
now I
awful
can lay
lot of
low
money.
for a while.
Huh.
That kind of money.
Yeah, that's true.
And I look at the three of them, and if all goes well, you might be in to make a lot more money after this.
Uh-huh. Right, and
That's
what?
right. I'm in.
And what's the job, sir?
Alright, and I look, I pause the game and I say, DM, what's the job?
Exactly. You know, King Cole wants to hire a couple of people for like a stealth mission that's like very, very dangerous to acquire a certain item, but you have no idea exactly what it is. You still need to arrange a personal interview for that.
Okay. Well, and then I resume the game.
He's mysterious.
Unpause. And I hand the three gentlemen the three of those cards, and I say,
No.
No.
and as I do, I say,
Yes.
you need to find your way to King Cole's place of business. You head over to the Ashton Mall
Ashton.
after closing and head into the underground parking lot. Take the elevator there, and once inside, hold up the code to the the card to the camera. After which the emergency phone will start ringing. Pick it up and immediately say, "I wonder what's in season nowadays." The elevator will head downstairs to a hidden underground level, and that's where you'll find our benefactor.
I wonder what's in season nowadays.
And the
Yes.
card, it's like the simple, plain, white square card, and it has an IRQ code image on it. You know what I mean?
Those.
Yeah,
Ah, yes, yes.
one of those
Hey,
code images.
I'm Scrapper. I know what it is.
Right.
Now, mind you, when you get there, it's kind of like a shopping arcade for criminals. So you don't have the money yet. Don't go spend happy.
Of course, but so you've been hired to get a team, and you don't know what you're getting us into.
No, he's
Ah,
not
yeah.
being hired. King Cole is looking to hire some freelancers, but he doesn't look. He doesn't work for King Cole. Just want to make that clear.
Okay, I'm just wondering how a mind blade is
Right.
going to react
Okay.
to that.
I look at you and I look over and I say, "No, I work with him.
Ah,
An
right.
associate. We've met a few times, and he seems pretty legit.
Legit, he's a crime boss.
He's always come through. So
Good.
whatever the job is, it's going to be something that can be handled."
Actually, Scrapper doesn't even need to roll for this. He knows who King Cole is. He has a lot of moolah.
Oh, yes.
And he sells an awful lot of tech, so there's two reasons for him to know him.
Yep, indeed. Huh. Interesting.
He owns the Fables gang.
Let me just get this straight. You're here to get a team together to do something you don't know what kind of team you need.
Oh,
No,
that
I know
you
what
do
kind of
know.
team I
You
need.
just don't
He
know the
gave me
details.
He gave me enough information to gather the team.
What is that then?
That I need a team that can infiltrate something without raising too much alarm.